Taramola, good evening. Thanks for coming in so early. I really appreciate that. And thanks for helping me to announce in the class so that we have started. So today I won't wait for anyone. I will just start. So those that come in late, we have to continue to watch the video. Okay, so let me quickly share my screen. So what do we mean by responsive websites? When creating a site, you have to. Good afternoon, Daramola. You have to consider different devices, right? If you are creating like this website I did now, I also had to build for mobile responsiveness. How will it look like once you view it on your mobile phone, something like this nature? How will it be in this way? So if you are viewing it on desktop, how will it look like? If you are viewing it on okay, I've not designed for tablet. So we have three different views: desktop, mobile, and tablet, right? So, but most times I focus more on the desktop and mobile because we have few people that build. We have few people that. So nevertheless, I'm going to show us how to cover um, the main part. So let's go down to test WP. I want to quickly create a free. Let me quickly set up a WordPress account. Okay, access it now. Much in this class, like I won't repeat so much. We all know how to do create our page, set up menu. So those are the normal things you will do when you want to set up your website. Okay, so let me quickly create some pages. Let me remove this, cut it. Okay, so let me clear up my dashboard. Pam, 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 pam. Okay, so pages, add new. So I'm just going to create home page for now. I'm not going to create menu and all that. So home, publish twice. So let me come down to settings, then within a static website, then use this as my home page. Click on save changes. Now let me install a plugin called Elementor, since we're using Elementor page builder to build. Add new. And install, then activate. Okay, so let me go down to my pages, then I'll start building. Right click on this, open link in a new tab. Now, concerning responsiveness, there are times you might check some websites. What you see on the desktop view different from what you see on the mobile view. Most times the color change. Most times the picture. You might say, okay, on this part, I want the picture to show on this. I want the picture to show on mobile. I don't want the picture to show on desktop. So let me go down to my settings, Elementor settings, to activate my container features. Then activate this, save changes. So I will refresh this manual. Okay, please, once you join, just let us know you are with us so that I can recognize you. So we have our container. So let me start. I don't want this man here, this home. I don't want it. So I'll come down to settings, click, just scroll down to page layout. Let's use Elementor full width. So once you use Elementor full width, it will go out. I didn't set up some stuff here. This, we don't need all these write-ups here. Okay, before we go then, let me install it in. Let me quickly use Astra. Or you can also use Hello Elementor. Hello Elementor is a theme by Elementor. So pages, open link in the new tab. So this is the title of the site is showing here. What else do we need to set up? I think there's nothing much to do. Let me open the site on the new tab. Okay. So let's start our work. So this is the header, then this is the footer, the default header and the first footer. We have not set our menu. That is not what we are doing today. So let me start by creating my, I want to create a hero section. Then I'll show us how to work on the responsiveness. Let me reduce the width. Let me add a background picture. Elegant woman, you're welcome. Hope you are following and hope you have gone through the videos. We'll round up all our training this week. Then by next week, we'll commence our project. So for those that want to join my mentorship platform, you can apply for that. Taking all time, I think it's okay. It's not that large. It's not up to 1 MB. I think the network is a little bit slow. Okay, so I've insert my image. So the setup, full size, position, center, repeat, no repeats, then display. I want them cover, right? We have this part here where we have scroll that once you scroll is fixed. So we have is it fixed? That we have the fixed background, something like this. The background will not scroll, just the I think you might have seen something like this. The image is not scrolling, the image is just here, but thank you. If you want to use this, is fine. You can go ahead to use it. So let's go down to background overlay. This picture will, so the picture will not override our text. So let me use the color. You can pick any color for your background overlay. So it's not compulsory you use black. So let me make it somehow a little bit dark. Okay. So the next thing I want to add is my text. Right. Once you add your text, I want to align it to the middle. I'll click on this, come down to layout. Under justify content, I'll use center. Under align item, then I'll pick center, something like this. Okay, so let's white as a color. It's not compulsory you use white auto, please. You can use any color of your choice, 54. Okay, so let me add my title test. Sorry, I think I've linked this man here. I want to paste much test here. Centralize it. The color should be white. Can give it off white. Then if I want to work on the mobile responsiveness for this, on desktop now, this will show fine. It will come out well on desktop. So once I update, this is my desktop view. Let me refresh. Now it's looking fine on desktop view. So if you check on mobile now, once I turn this to a mobile view, hope you can all see my screen for mobile. Once I turn this to mobile view, you can see the settings. The setting is not looking cool. I don't like the way it's looking. So you might want to readjust your site so that anybody that wants to check it on phone will be able to do that. I want to view it on my phone here so that I want to log in with my phone so that I can see what I'm doing. Okay, I think we are okay. We're on the same page. So once you view it with this, something like this, you won't see it very well. So it's not showing well like this. If you scroll down, it's not looking nice. Now, how will you now do your settings for it to look nice on mobile view? Now let's go back. So I'll come back to my Elementor. I've done for mobile, I've done for desktop. So this is this button here, this responsive button under this part here, responsive mode. Once you click on it, this men here will appear at the top. Once you click on it back, they will go out. Now I want to click on it again, they are out. So we have for desktop, we are in desktop, we have for tablets. Now this is the tablet version of our site, right? Then we have for mobile. This is exactly what we saw earlier. Now I want to reduce the size for my mobile. I'll come down to typography. I will reduce the size. You can make it two line, then centralize your text, align to center, something like this. Then this one also, you can also go down to typography. And I think the default size is 16. So let's make it 14, right? So this we now have a better view on the responsive mode here. The background also, you can work on the background. Um, you can reduce the height, something like this. Then the picture, let's say, I think center is okay. I think this is fine. So once you update, I come down to my site and I refresh. If I convert to mobile view now, you can see the difference now. The difference is now it's now showing fine here on mobile. So this is just about responsive mode. So if when working, you have to apply same rules to any stuff you insert. Now let me quickly insert another section. Let me use this. Let me insert a container inside, then duplicate the container into 3 parts. 1, 2. So we have 3 containers here. So if you're working with container, it's automatically set itself to responsive mode, but you have to work on your tests. So let me give it padding. This whole section, let me give it padding. Now padding simply means the inner space, the inner spacing. So top, let's say 40. You can see now that there's much space inside. If you put 80, it will increase. We have much space now. Now the bottom part, there is no space at the bottom. So let me give the inner section for 80 too. Now we now have space at the top and space at the bottom. Now there's no space at the right and left too. So you can add 40, then left 40. You can see now that we have much space here and much space here, right? So margin, what is the function of margin? Margin is used to adjust this either up or down. Now if I take this up or down, minus your negative, once you reduce it, it goes up. Minus sign will take it up more, something like this, right? So let me take it to 0. If you want to take it to your left, to your right, to bottom, take it to bottom, you do something like this. So that's it, just that for margin. Margin is used to move the whole container, while padding is used to give space in between. Okay, lovely. You said you have watched 4 classes so far. That is nice. So let me quickly work on this. What and what can I add here? Let me quickly do a little design here. So let's say test. Let's say this, and let's add button. So we have this. Now I want to give this section a background color. So I will click on this part, come down to style, background. What color do I want to give it? I'm not so good with color, so you have to bear with me. So if I'm giving it this color, it means my text can either be black or something not so. Please just bear with me. If the color is so coloring, bear with me. This is not a color class, right? So I need space in between them. There's no much, I need breathing space in between. You can, so just click here, come down to advanced, padding, unlink it. The top, let's say 40, bottom 40, then right can be 20, half of 20. So we have more breathing space here. You can also go ahead to do more settings to give it round, to give it background overlay, to give it border. So once you come down to border, we have solid. Once you click on solid, we have different dotted, solid, and all that. So you can give it your background color, your border color. You can give it any border color. So this is border now. We have like a kind of black border, red border color. So on that border, but I don't need border. I don't like working with border. So let's click none. Is out. Border radius. You can add. We did border radius with button, so you can add border radius here. Let's say 16, something like this. You can also add shadow to your box. So once you click on shadow, you can see now that there's shadow at the background here. Anoluwako, you're welcome. So we have shadow. You can also adjust your shadow. We have horizontal, we have vertical. So I love to put this at 0. Then my blur, I can reduce my blur. Right. You can also add your hover effects to all these jargons we have been doing. You can add, for background, you can add over. So once they come on top, it will change automatically. Let's use something black, something like this. So let's, you know how to edit your text. I don't have to waste time on this. Now I want to duplicate this into different sections. Let me delete all this. Delete this, delete this. So you come back here to duplicate this. Duplicate, duplicate. Now, if you want to adjust the space in between them, you have to click on this outer part here. Now come down to layout. When you scroll down, you see gap between elements. Something like this. So your gap should not be that gap. 18 is fine, or 20. The default size is 20. The default is 20. Now I will update. If I want to view this on a mobile responsive mode, let's view it. The responsiveness aspect. You can see the way it's appearing. It's appearing nice. You don't need to do much adjustment here unless you want to adjust the what will I call it now? The size. You want to adjust the font size. You can adjust your font size and all that. Okay. So let's check the mobile responsive mode here. So for this mobile, I don't like the space around this. This space is looking too much. So I want to adjust my spacing at the side. So I'll click on this part, come down to advanced. Under mobile, you can see here at the top is 80, left is 80. So I will unlink them. At the top, you can still make it 40 at the top or 80 at the top. Then here, let's make it 20 instead of 40, right? 20. So we have a good responsive this thing now. Now you can decide to say, okay, for my mobile, for my desktop, I want only two of these boxes to show. You can decide to say on mobile, once people come on my desktop view, they will see three of these items. But anybody that is viewing it with phone we see only two items. You can adjust it that way. So this is what we will do. I'll click on this, right? I'll come down to advanced. You can apply it to any stuff. You can apply it to any stuff. So come down to responsive, right? Now we have hide on desktop. I don't want to hide it on desktop. Hide on tablet. I don't want to hide it on tablet. Hide on mobile portrait. So once I click hide, we have deactivated this. So if I refresh my site, you can see it's showing on desktop. But once I do something like this is not the right. Okay, did I save? Okay, I didn't update. It's not reflecting because I've not updated my. Um, Daniel, thanks so much. Now, once I refresh now, let's see what will happen, right? Now, how many do we have? We just have two, one, two. But on this thing, we have three. You can also apply that. You can also change your color. I can do it this way also. I want to have a different color for my. Um, I need a different color for this text, right? On mobile, I want a different text color. While on desktop, I want white color. If I want red color on mobile, I will just duplicate this. Right click, duplicate. Now, for this part, let me give it red color. Sorry, red is too red. So let's give it something like this. Now, I want to hide one on mobile and view one on desktop, right? Now, come down. I want to view this on this thing mobile. So I'll come down to my advanced, go down to transform. No, go down to responsive. I want to hide it on desktop, hide it on tablet. Then this particular one, I want to hide it. I want to show it. I want to hide it on mobile. Responsive, hide on mobile. Now, update. So when I refresh now, this is what it's showing, right? So if I come down to, you can see the color changes automatically on mobile view. Please hope you are following this logic I'm doing. It makes your work look beautiful at times. It makes your work beautiful. There are sometimes I have about two header on my site. One header will go for one evil section will go for mobile, while the other evil section will go for desktop. Now I install a plugin today. Let me take you guys through the plugin. I was trying to do a client asked me to fix something on his site. I think I've showed us how to use this. Okay, let me quickly show us how to use this countdown before we There are some little stuffs we need to learn, but we don't have much time to start learning those little stuffs. Now, just under here, type counter, right? So, but let me counter. Okay, just put in counter. So you can put in anything. You can put in 10,000, 5,000, 5 or 5K. You want to put 5K views. Just type, sorry, 5K views. Are we getting it? Now you can duplicate this. I want to duplicate it into 5. Now look at the way it's showing. I want it to be on horizontal format. So just click up here, come down to direction, horizontal, right? So I want to align them at center. So justify center, align item center, something like this. So I space in between the gap. So if you want to edit them, you can now come down here to start change the color. If you want to change the color, your title, under the title, you can change the color too, something like this. So all these things are just little stuff that we need to know. Okay. What else? So a client said I should add something like this to its website. Now, all these are pictures. These are pictures, your title and your text. Then this is just we have 3 sections here, 1, 2, 3. Then I duplicate the O to get this other part. Now, this is like a review. It's a slider. So I installed a plugin called Elements. Is it Elementor Pack now or something like that? Element Pack or Elementor Pack? I can't remember, but let me look for it. Add new. Okay, this is it. Elements Pack for Elementor. So I installed it. So there are so many plugins. How do I get to know all these plugins? I have to browse online. You can see here, my video details is still open. So it will show you put in license key. For now, just go for the free version, activate free version. So please keep on learning, keep on learning. In my mentorship community yesterday, I emphasize more on learning new things. So you have to start learning. I'm just trying to create a foundation for us, and this foundation is a solid foundation. Once you follow the videos and follow all the videos I've shared so far, you become a pro. You don't need to attend my private class if you are so serious with the video. But if you still want more training, then you can apply for my private class. And it is not all. There are some things I will teach in my private class that I can't teach here. We all know that it's so normal. Yes, but with what I'm giving you, it's just like a foundation. So you come down to core widgets. So there are so many widgets here, so many. So just the one I used today, I use a review. Just type review. So I use something like this, review card carousel. So activate it. So once you have activated it, click on save settings. So I've saved it. So you come down to this man here, then refresh. David Jack, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Please, we are working on. I pray I have a program tomorrow, so I pray I get back home on time. But we we are getting to the end of this training, and one of the major places you will make money is through e-commerce websites. You make cool cash building e-commerce websites. So what do I mean by e-commerce? Let me open. It's I'm sorry, a call came in. I'm using my phone for my this thing. So you can see a pop-up. This pop-up is a plugin. Please, are we still following? Please, are we still following? A call came in. I don't really know if we are still with me. Are you still with me, guys? Are we here? Okay. Please let me know if you can still hear me. Okay, thanks so much, Anolua. Okay. Now this stuff is a plugin, a pop-up plugin. Once you put in your email, you can subscribe to get blah 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 updates. Then all this is just a simple e-commerce website. Just a simple e-commerce website. The main section, the products. So I'm going to show us how to get this done. We're going to do all this to learn e-commerce website. So once you click on all products, you get all the products in the store. I don't know why I activated this too much. So we have all these products, very nice products. Yes. I designed it for my wife for free. I didn't charge her. I would have charged her enough money, but I'm a very generous guy. So once you click on men products, you see the men products. So this for men. So I'm also going to show us how to set up a payment gateway by tomorrow. Please don't miss tomorrow class. In case I miss tomorrow class, please, my mentor is celebrating his 70th birthday that I need to attend. I really need to attend that. So let me go back. I think we stopped at preview, right? Trying to install. So I've activated that. Let's click on review. So once you click on review, we have, this is showing locked because we didn't activate it. So let's go down to review card. Let me insert this. We have different review here, testimonial reviews. But since you are not using Elementor Pro, I'm just trying to make us start well. You can have different stuff without Elementor Pro, yes. So we have this here. You can go down to your width to reduce the width, something like this, right? Then you can add your padding, the top and the bottom padding. The left and right are still well okay. So let's go down to top and say 80, then bottom 80. Padding makes your works look neat. You give space for other items on your site. So how do I start working on this? Click on this pencil icon to start your editing. Now I want to delete all this. To add more item, we have just one now. Just click on this one. It will add another one. So this is a picture. Which picture do you want to use? Let's assume we want to use this. Right. What is the name of the person? The name of the person is let's say Anoluwapo. Okay. What else? What is her job title? She's a WordPress expert. Okay, so the rating, do you want to rate that 3/5 or you want to rate that 5/5? I think I will rate 5/5. Okay, so the content you want to put, you type the content here. What else is here? So you can click on additional settings, the gap between items. We have gap. How many this thing do you want to show? Is it one? I think the highest here is 6. You can show 6 in a row, but 6 will be too much. This is 6, so we don't need 6. Let's go with 3. Right. So item, just leave all these settings. They are good to go. I think those are the major settings here. Then if you want to color the stuff, you can color. Okay. So let me play around the border. So for this border, I want the right to be 1, then others to be 0. You can do it that way, right? Or you can also increase it to 3. So the right border. Or you can say this 0, then left border 3. So the color of your border, you can give it something else, something like this. You might have seen something like this before. You can reduce it. Then the border radius, you might say, I don't need a border radius, you can put 0. So it will become a very straight stuff. If you put border radius, the edge will curve. You have a curve edge, something like this. But I don't need border radius. Okay, so what else do I need? Then you can now start setting your image, the size of your image. You can set it here. The spacing between image and title, you can set that from this part. So once you can cool down, you read all this instruction, you will know what to do. Nobody said, Peter, sit down, let me start teaching you all this, how to use this plugin. Nobody. I have to watch tutorials upon tutorials to get all this done. So you can filter, you can change your image to, you can change the contrast, you can change it to black and white. So then the name, you can change the color, the over color. Once someone come on top, how do you want it to? Do you want it to hover? It's not, all those ones are not compulsory, something like this. So all those just normal little settings that you need. Now, if you look at the mobile responsiveness, we have something like this. Okay, I think I'm going to stop here for now. So there are so many plugins you can install. So many. We have the Elements pack. We have unlimited elements. There are so many plugins you can install for yourself. So let me look at one more plugin. Please, if you have any question, you can ask now before we call it a day. I'm currently working on a client's website that I need to complete. Let me add one more plugin. Okay, how many pages is this site? This is just one page. This is just a page website. Okay, thanks for mentioning that. Let me, in case you want to do a page website, right? Let me quickly do a one-page website. I know Lower Class have given me work. Okay, let me create menu. Let me quickly do this. We still have time, right? So let me use this few time to do this. So let me create my menu, the header menu, main. So create. Now, if you are creating a one-page website, but you want different menu to be on the site, but it's still one-page website, so you will have to create your own page. This own page is compulsory. The first page is compulsory because that's where you put all your content. So the next page I will like to create, we have custom links. So I will put in my custom link as hash about. Then the text, I can put about us. Please, this hash sign is very, very important. Please don't forget to add if you are creating a one-page website, hash about. So the next one is hashtag services Then you type our services, add. So the last part I would like to, so I will also show us how to create a form if we have enough time, add contact, or maybe tomorrow we are going to do form. Contact us. Please don't forget all this. They are very important. The custom link, once you come down, you see I purposely use small letter for them, services, then contacts. So save menu. Now let me refresh my page and see if we'll get them here. Now we have them here. If I click on about, it won't load another page. It will still be on this page, but scroll down to about us page. If I click on services, it won't leave this page, but scroll down to services, then contact us page. So we are doing all this on one page, right? So let me quickly get them done. So if I want to put this part, let's assume this part is the about us page, right? So I will just click on this. Please take note, follow me. I'll just click on this section here, this up section, come down to advanced, then scroll down to CSS ID, then type about, updates. You know what we use here is under here, we use hash about. Under the console limit, we use hash about. So under here, what you will just type here under this class CSS class ID is about. Now take note of what will happen now. If I refresh my site and I click on about, it scrolls down to this part. You see, it scrolls down automatically. Are we getting it? Please, if you are following me, just let me know you are following me. Please, I want our responses. I didn't plan to teach this today. So the next part, let's assume this is our services, right? Remember here, what I use here is this thing. I use our services. So I'm going to type exactly this word under my CSS ID. So I'll come down here, I'll click on this part. Don't forget to do that. Click on this section. Then I'll come down to, let's assume this is our service part. You might have designed it very well, right? So you come down to advanced, scroll down to CSS ID, you paste in the text. So update. Now, before I check what I've done, let me quickly create a contact us page, right? We have not done contact us page in this class before. So let me insert my text, then align, let me centralize it. Contact us. Now, I need a quick design for contact us. I don't want to start. If I do a quick design, we'll not get the main stuff. Now, let me install a plugin. Click on Add New. Click on Type, search for contact form. We have different contacts form form plugins. Now let's use this simple one. If you have Elementor Pro, you don't need to go out from this page to create a contact form. So click on Install. Contacts form by WP form. So activate it. Okay. Now that is that. Now, once you install it, this is what you get here, WP form. Now click on Add New. Let's create a new form. Please follow me. Let's go. Now I can give it a name, contact us. Now that is the name for that. Now what I need, just scroll down. I want to create a blank form. There are other templates, but let's create a blank form. Click on create a blank form. Now let's start bringing in all the stuffs we need to bring in. So on my form, I need name. You click and drag in, right? First name, last name. You can click on it for settings. The first name, last name. You can come down to advanced to put in your placeholder. Placeholder simply means the text inside. You can see text is typing inside. First name, the second placeholder can be last name. Then you can remove this label. It's called label. Come down to general, then you can take it out, right? You can take it out. So, but let me leave it there. So the next thing, come down to add field. Let's say phone number. Just click and drag in your number. Or instead of, if you are using the premium of this blog, we have a phone number, this thing. Just put in text, your normal text. Do we have single line? Click and drag it in. Click on it. Type phone number. Then the label, placeholder. Or you can put +234, something like this. Add field. Then the next thing we need, you can put in email address. Then the last part we need, you can put in multiple choice too, to ask questions. Under multiple choice, you can edit it. What multiple choice question do we have? I don't have much question on my head. Please, let's say gender, male, female. Some form now used to put others. Have we come across something like that? Some form we put others. Add field. Now you can also use drop down. Yes, we have drop down. We have the drop down aspect. So it all depends on what. If you have used Google Form before, you can use all this. So on that drop down is the same format to edit. Let's say gender, male, female. You can click on your plus button to add extra field. You can add more fields. Click on this minus to delete, right? So what else do we need? Then you can add your paragraph. That is this big man here. Your message. So click on save. Now under settings, under the settings, the form name is contact form. Then click on confirmations. Now, under this confirmation, what message do you want them to receive once they fill in the form? Thank you for filling the form, blah, blah, blah. Then there are some forms you will fill in. Once you fill the form, it redirects you to a different page entirely. You can click on redirect to a URL. Let's say, let me put a website. Once they fill the form, it redirects them to a different place entirely, right? So under this, is it notification now over here? So under notification, you can put in the email under here. Once they fill the form, which mail do you want to receive the this thing? Let's say the joining begins. This is it. Then the subject, contact. So that is just the major settings. So click on save changes. So we are done with this. So I want to insert my form here. So let me refresh this. Please, are we still with me? We have, less than 10 minutes ago. So I want to insert my form here. So under this part, just under here, type in form. So this is what we are using, WP form. Click and drag it in. Now to select the form here. This is what we created, contact us. It will load the form. Now this is the form. Your alignment, display option. I think that is that for that. So I want to centralize it. So let me click on this to centralize everything. It's looking too small. That is why I love using my WP form. I love using my normal form. Okay, let's save and see what we have. I don't like the view. You can see the form is looking too small here. So let me align back to where it came from. Okay, so that is just that is it for form, but I don't like the way this form is appearing. So there are also other different form plugins too you can go for. Now I want to link this. That once I click on contacts, it will scroll. Now if I click on contact, it's not scrolling down. So under this part, I'll just from here, I'll click on this part, then here, come down to advanced. Under my CSS ID, I will use the class ID contact. So save changes. I think I'll stop here for now. So if you have any question, please let's ask. So if I click on contact, it scrolls down to the last part for contact page. And once I fill my stuff, it will go straight to my email. So let's call it a day for now. So do you have any question, please? Let's ask. Let's ask question before we say goodbye. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, please help my destiny. Subscribe. I want to stop sharing now. So if you have any question, let's talk. David, Elegant Man, Anoluwapo, Daniel, Michael. If you have any question, please let's ask before we call it a day. It means we don't have question. It means we understand this class. It means we are now professionals, right? Okay, if there's no question, thanks so much for attending. We'll talk more. And if you still want to subscribe for me to support my ministry, to subscribe for my data usage, please DM me. I will give you my phone number to subscribe on. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye.